Hello， 大家好，我係阿天，我哋翻嚟繼續福爾摩斯嘅劇情啦。咁我上一集咧就講我哋係揾到阿大笨象女嗰個男朋友係一個女人嚟啦。咁啊知道咗佢好多佢哋嗰個船工方嘅嘢啦，知道咗佢哋佢其實有一班人係喺度揾緊毒啊咁樣各方面嘅嘢啦，亦都知道佢俾人威脅啦，俾阿大笨象女即係死咗個老豆咧係威脅緊啦，各方面嘅嘢啦。想知多啲詳情就唔該自己睇翻上一集啦。咁我哋而家咧就會繼續開始埋下半場咁樣。而家我等我睇一睇先，太耐冇玩呢，其實自己都未必記得個劇情發生緊啲乜嘢，因為最近比較忙，身份不明第三者。OK， 咁樣我哋而家有4個證據啦，知道哥利亞殺咗西奧多，跟住西奧多試圖毀掉阿保羅嘅。我哋而家要做啲咩呢？突然間輕機添，死嘅真係。真係唔好意思啦。由於太耐冇玩，同埋呢，我真係唔知究竟而家喺下一步做啲乜嘢，咁所以我做咗少少攻略嘅。咁呢，佢就係叫我哋呢要去 check 嗰個連史嗰個啊，去睇翻啲查翻啲文檔，就去攞多啲資料。係啦，其實我都唔想隔咁耐先再玩多一次，因為但係我真係呢排真係有啲忙，我都好想去多啲時間打下機，但係疫情問題啦，同埋其他事呢，都令我非常之科爾多納 OK 開咗個新 checkpoint 添我哋。good 可以傳送得方便啲，唔使排去。應該係呢度啊嘛。
Stop the presses. Who is Cordona's handsome stranger? Or nosebagger spurns local life? Wait, no. Foppish foreigner hides dark past. Oh, you've made quite the impression already, Mr. Holmes. You care to tell your side of the story?
I'm quite certain I have no idea as to what you refer, and I am further certain I have no interest in indulging your gossip.
Gossip? The truth will come out, but will only be heard if told well. Scandal, daring-do, romance. These are the tools of every good journalist. Nothing travels faster or lasts longer than a great story. Young man, your tale will be told with or without you. My readers demand it.
You already knew my name and seem aware of my doings here in Cordona. I presume this newspaper is your little endeavor?
Yasmin Sertel, editor-in-chief of the Cordona Chronicle. Advocate of the free press, voice of the people, scourge of the silk stocking.
Charmed, I'm sure. As an advocate of the free press, I trust you'll permit me to consult your archives? There are gaps in my knowledge of Cordona.
Oh, so my work does have merit. Well, I think we can strike a bargain. I shall provide you access, and you let me keep writing about your exploits.
So be it.
Brooding bachelor builds bridges. Now that's character development.
I guess I owe you my gratitude.
What can I say? I've always enjoyed working with the Holmes. They whisper such interesting things.
講勁多廢話，真係廢話嚟嘅。呢個女人講啲係廢話嚟。
I'm watching you closely, Mr. Holmes.
Okay, thank you. 呢個冇乜特別嘅嘛，應該係要入去攞資料。呢度係報紙檔案，時期公民版犯人區域，睇啲嘢同警察局睇嘅有啲唔同。我哋係應該要用邊一單嘢去睇呢？呢一單啊，象牙肉建設規劃，查呢個。我啲資料唔係好 match 喎，我覺得係咪唔係呢度啊？ 嚇？係咪其實唔係嚟呢度啊？黐線，咁去錯地方啊！佢就咁講話要去 check 嗰個，即係去呢啲 archive 嘅地方去 check，但係好似係有3個地方可以 check 㗎，警察局啦、頭先嗰度啦，同埋仲有個市政廳係嘛？我哋其實應該要去市政廳啊！等先，我哋點樣行過去？我哋要。喂，個入口喺邊？我揾唔到個入口。誒？揾到啊！因為頭先我喺人哋嘅後門。
Are you lost, sir?
哇！點解呢個樣咁似頭先個樣個樣嘅？
I'm Sherlock Holmes.
頭先個樣好似
Ursula
啊！
Oni, the chief archivist. How can I help you exactly?
I need to take a look at the history of Cordona and its islanders to retrieve some, hopefully, useful information.
Your brother Mycroft told me that you were direct, and now that we've met, I can see that is true.
Someone in our family has to balance the evasive nature of my brother. Well, may I use the city archives?
You may, of course, but in return, perhaps dinner?
That's a high price to pay for looking at your archives.
I was teasing you. Pay no attention to me.
係咪兩姊妹嚟㗎？兩個講得咁廢話嘅，多餘。archive 喺邊度啊？可唔可以指人清晰啲 ？archive room where are you？ 誒，我見到啦，係嘛 ？archive 係啊係。有個修律，咦？啊邊個坐喺度啊？Watson。對象時期登記區域，呢個係咪啱啲啊？誒，撞中啦，撞嘅其實。註冊有限公司，哇，好大篇文啊呢個。好，最主要頭先個篇文咧就係講咧吉爾登咧就有個考古嘅地方，咁我哋咧就應該要去考古嗰度。如果唔係，我哋攞啲資料都冇乜意思。咁佢話喺個市集路同埋阿樂應該呢頭，阿樂唔知乜嘢啊嘛，哇有啲遙遠，我哋冇得飛過去添喎，哇要就咁行過去啊，悲劇，好慘啊，係一個沉默是金咩嚟㗎？我哋可唔可以搭車啊？邊個呢個撞埋嚟？我當我白痴㗎？我哋少少路都冇得飛喎，真係見跑過去。
Contest for the guests of Cordona.
應該係呢頭喎。
I remember the monument, Cordona's legendary
Bay.
pirate, the Robin Hood of the place. Do you recall it, John?
I do. I wonder if. I know I'm standing
點解
very
會
still,
無
but
端端
I'm
又
not
有
a
新
statue
嘅
you're
案
meant to
件
look
咁
at.
神奇嘅？啊，佢勁多嗰啲 side quest 嘅喎。等下先，佢話應該有個考古嘅地方嘛。但係點解又唔似有地方考古緊？喂，點樣㗎？係咪搞錯啲嘢啊？但係我哋揾到嗰啲資料應該一定有啲原因嘅
From day
喎。
to night, Artin stands there, recruiting non-rebellious
可以偷
workers
聽
for
我呢
the
度。
dig. From day to night, Artin stands there, recruiting non-rebellious workers.
了解如何找到招聘者，換工作。係啊，哎呀咁多仔啊，欠我錢，應該唔係啊。喂又唔啱，舊城市集買了新襯衫，唔係，親英輝唔係，心骨唔係。哎呀做乜嘢啊？
From day to
再
night,
嚟多次啊！非常疲倦，唔關係，換工作啱。哎呀撳錯掣啊！激死我啦！佢兩個咪發現到我偷聽佢。
From day to night, Artin stands.
心骨應該唔係，非常疲倦唔係，頸部疤痕，買少新襯衫，欠我錢。 喂死啦！玩完我哋又舊城市就係、喂咦哇亂咁撞，我無意中聽到只有成為僱員才能進入嘅挖掘現場。一個叫艾丁嘅人喺西區舊城度招募緊新人，背脊有疤痕，而且佢招親英嘅工人。好，咁即係話呢，我哋而家應該係要去去揾嗰個招聘嘅人，然之後等佢請我哋喺嗰個市集度。OK。呢度係嗰個考古嗰個咩場嗰度嚟嘅喎？呢度係嗰個考古場入口喎，不對公眾開放。其實我係咪咁行去已經得㗎啦？
You're being an eyesore. No entry for you.
我如果太市正唔入得去喎，即係可能換得似翻個工人一啲咁啊。咁係咪可以換啱衫就唔使入去咧？即係唔使去請我都可以扮入去啊？啲資訊有啲混亂。
Don't miss out on my unique clothes. Let's pick something that suits you.
似工人嘅話，睇下先嚇，係邊隻啊？要睇下先。我應該跟住，咦？呢隻嘛，佢嗰個工人嗰條疤會長啲。喂，點解頭先件衫又唔啱咗嘅？頭先件衫去咗邊啊 ？Shit！ 咁樣係咪都已經遲啦
Be careful with what you've taken.
？OK。
Don't
OK。
miss out on my
我哋
unique
去勇闖
clothes.
呢一個嘅考古場。
You're being an eyesore. No entry for you.
喂，得唔得喎？咩料啊？點解嘅？我樣已經好工人 feel 㗎咯喎。可能真係要去揾嗰個招聘嗰條友，我哋搞咗嗰個招聘嗰單嘢先啦。應該係就係可能真係要俾人招聘，佢唔請我哋，佢未請我哋應該話。條友喺邊啊？招聘的男人在哪裏？脖子上有疤痕，點揾啊？喂！
Are you able to help me?
I wish I could help you.
睇下先，友好的縱火狂，文盲，好似脖子上有疤痕喎，我親啊！
Sir, kind sir, might I steal your attention?
I'm not buying.
Ah, that is the thing. You won't waste a single mangear. I am a digger, you see, and I have heard of a dig site so deep it clogs your ears. I want to be there.
Why are you telling me this?
I have heard of a man recruiting for such a dig. A man with a scar, such as the one that you're hiding. And your boots are dirty with the deep clay I am so familiar with. Oh, I hope it wasn't too out.
Good eye. And you just want to dig? Dig deep and that's it? What's the catch? Are you in desperate need of money?
Oh, there is no catch, sir. I won't even ask for advance pay. Just give me a shovel and I'll dig a hole like you've never seen.
Huh. Is that so? Well, I have to ask you an important question first. Would you be fine working for Brits?
完全冇問題，因為佢話要揾親英嘅
I
人
am。all for them.
Well, you say that, but can you prove it?
哇，應該係唱國歌嘅。
I'll sing you a very special song. God save our gracious queen.
Cut it! Or people here will make you their queen.
I can also speak in limericks.
Please don't. You might be a little bit weak in the head, but a natural born digger with a keen eye is what we need. Take this permission slip and go to this address. The guard will let you in and check with the professor once you're there.
好，咁我哋應該攞咗個 permit 入到去啦。咁原來係因為我哋頭先未俾人請，咁而家可以啦。
Stop loitering and
哇係考古發掘現場。
Newcomer, talk to the professor first. He's the old fellow with the glasses and the plans.
Professor 邊度啊？呢度唔入得去喂。
Could you help me?
I like you, friend, but I can't help you.
哦，係佢。轉頭先過嚟同佢傾偈先，我係窺探一下佢嘅生活，佢冇嘢睇嘅。
Where's the fire in your eyes? Where's the smile? I am sick and tired of seeing apathy among the new workers.
Sir, believe me, I do have the spark. I want to start work straight away. It's as important to me as it is to you.
Ah, that's the spirit. I'm on the verge of a great discovery.
When was the last time you saw...
Young man, you're disappointing me. I'd like to see a bright career for you as the best digger on the island. Don't ruin it. We'll talk when you find something useful.
How did you meet
Don't ask questions. You'll have to find the answers yourself. I'm not a nanny. I'm a busy man who is changing the course of history.
I am ready to work.
Splendid. Do you know what I am working on?
The Ivory Bats. Everyone is looking forward to the grand opening.
Who told you this nonsense? Why would you contaminate history with this base desire for leisure? We are looking for Vitus Lemonius's tomb. This is our goal, to find the artifacts of the early Roman Empire. Let's continue. I am Professor Swift. We have 3 rules here. Don't touch anything, always return the tools, and don't distract me unless you find something.
Sounds simple enough. Are you the only one in charge here, Mr. Swift?
Yes, I am the only one and no one else. You hear anything other than that, it's a lie. People of your kind can have difficulty understanding who's in charge. Take a minute, memorize my face, and then get to work.
Oh, I will definitely take a closer look to memorize my superior.
破裂的鏡片，爛咗都唔換嗰塊。窮。厚重的筆記，我出嚟講佢手指添。手踭有瘀傷，咦？又嚟喎，手踭又有瘀傷喎。沒有戒指單身。污糟嘅衫。貪財謀利嘅人。其實都似嘅，同埋追求知識，兩個都似喎，即係冇話之前都會有話靠向邊一邊，我覺得似係，但係佢樣又好似真係唔似有啲咩古惑嘢喎，呢條友，反而似係嗰啲咧，為咗發掘到啲嘢，即係真係一心諗住發掘到啲嘢咧，疏疏地嗰啲。我俾佢係追求知識嘅人咯。
I wish I could be as passionate about something as you are, Mr. Swift. You value knowledge and dedication over everything else.
It's a long road, young man. A sharp eye and attention to detail are the only stepping stones along this path. You have to sacrifice everything you love for the larger prize.
Exactly. So much in life is superficial. I wish more people would understand.
I never heard a truer word, lad. Folk will ignore what truly matters in life, and for what? Convenience.
Bold words indeed. I doubt that many scientists would be willing to support their bragging with fieldwork.
The academic world is full of restrictions. Our honorable professors are too afraid to dirty their hands. God forbid if they have a stain on their shirt. You can follow in my footsteps. You can start learning by returning to work. Show me what you can find.
其實頭先我去判斷佢究竟係唯利是圖嘅人啦，定還是係真係一個好認真嘅考古學家呢？會唔會係影響到頭先佢講嘅對話咧？即係我驚呢係我自己當咗佢，譬如假設佢而家咪講到好正直嘅，咁如果我當咗佢唯利是圖，佢會唔會知佢會頭先講啲嘢會變得好唯利是圖呢？即係成個故事唔同咗。
Don't touch anything here. Get back to work.
A plan for this whole operation. This reminds me of my father's room.
揾到個毛啊！喺度揾到個毛咯，跟住然之後就會話佢話見到有一啲女性嘅雕像啦，咁佢哋就拎住啲嘢嘅，又即係佢方向啊，手啊拎住把鐮刀啊，跟住又向住唔知咩方向啊咁樣咯，好 detail 我覺得。
Straw dolls. Eerie, but effective for a scene recreation.
喺度整個咁嘅稻草人去做乜啊？奇怪！哇，又有一撇字啊，黐線嘅喎！戰利品，惠特斯嘅圖提斯同惠特斯嘅戰利品。兩兄弟賜予100件。哇！好複雜喎、呢啲嘢需唔需要知㗎？唉，算啦，呢隻 game 通常咧佢講得都要知㗎啦，佢唯一揾得都係一定要知嘅。不過我知佢重要嘅嘢咧，佢一定會幫我 list 咗入去嗰個備忘錄度嘅。即係我而家唔記得咗唔緊要嘅，陣間可以睇翻。
Oilcloth. Won't fade and waterproof. Enough here to make 10 sails and more.
好，有冇啲咩新發現啊？阿瑟嘅手踭有新嘅瘀傷，呢個同之前呢，我哋話冚咗落去嗰個受傷個位其實都好似，不過唔知啊。佢做呢啲有瘀傷係好正常咯。哇！唔知哇嚇死啊！突然間彈咗個人出嚟，頭先明明冇呢個人喺度㗎，咁恐怖喎！頭先明明冇人嘅喎。
Did the Romans live in amphoras? I see nothing else here.
Sharpest pickaxe. A guilty pleasure of the real archaeologist. Missing your Laura, Mr. Swift?
Hey, a word about the trilogy.
Right then, you literary expert, you, what was so important about these books? Or did you simply need some kindling?
It's inspirational. I have a plan. Are you listening?
I wish I wasn't, but I am.
So, we catch a monkey, a langur, for example, then we extract some blood from it.
What? Why?
It will make us forever young, Sherry. Page 127 of the second book.
Oh, I am so done with this.
No, wait. Then how about we make a wax statue?
I've stopped listening, John.
好冇營養嘅對話，巴祖卡三部曲。 應該啲 collection 俾我哋收齊咗咁樣咯，應該同我哋劇情冇乜關係。
Somehow the text remains legible. Let's see if I remember my Latin.
4個機在附近命運，翻譯為維特斯安息在附近，那些擾亂他睡眠的人要當心，因為他們有兄弟的刑事會抽控在一旁守護着。中文真係好難明。呢個點睇都有啲嘢喎。咦，揸住把鐮刀喎，係咪頭先睇嗰堆嘢啊？收割用嘅鐮刀，可能係頭先我哋睇嗰咩雕像啊，女性雕像嗰個。唉死啦！佢可能要我哋砌翻好佢，好驚。我連東南西北喺邊都唔知喎，佢又望住西方定東方咁樣嘅喎。啊係啊，細個雕像啊，點算？哇，幾靚喎，勁，唔錯，認真製作啊！呢啲景可以喺度欣賞下，大家。呢個位究竟喺度做咩啊？真係浴場嚟嘅喎，呢壇嘢。冇嘢嘅喎呢度，但係冇嘢 search， 冇嘢講嘅喎。落唔到去，我想游水啊！呢個又入唔到去，呢個兜翻返去頭先嗰度嘅，冇咯喎。OK， 個場唔係好大啫，好彩。我幾驚我考古場勁深遠啊！有個玻璃樽唔執得，假嘅。喂，呢度咪有嘢啊？點解會咁嘅？奇怪，個手仔喺度震喎，係咪有啲嘢啊？係咪有啲嘢提示嘅？哇！嚇死我咩？突然間坐喺度嘅，但係應該係有啲嘢嘅喎，因為我手仔喺度狂震咯。喺邊度啊？收埋咗喺邊？實係有啲古惑嘅，有啲古怪嘢。哇！哇！做咩啊？做乜鬼啊？吓？咩事啊？咦？哇！我成身濕晒喎，點解咁嘅？哇！我出咗嚟喎，我出翻嚟去個市區度啊！黐線，我去翻個 save point 度啊！吓？我係出咗個區域。完全唔知做咩喎，因為佢頭先個手掣係咁震呢，所以我覺得係有啲嘢，因為手掣震通常都係有啲嘢噶嘛。但係而家我彈翻出嚟，我黐線，白痴又要跑翻入去。
Swift lost his temper when he learned what happened to the statue.
咦？可以偷聽喎呢度，我差啲走雞。哪個雕像受到損害？壞了的稿，整疊舊報紙唔關係。離海灘最近應該係踢到雕像係，喂咩嚟㗎？傾斜底就係，加身唔係，獅子頭盔唔係，獅子頭盔係嘅真係，唔緊要。
Excuse me, just one question.
Swift lost his.
呢個，哎呀，又錯咗啦！踢到雕像係，離海灘係，加身唔係，係，哎呀咁錯掣啊！呢個係， 發現咗一尊獅子頭盔嘅雕像，原本放喺海灘最近基座上，有人將佢喐咗，結果雕像粉碎咗，亦都仍然傾斜，底座仍然傾斜着。哇，好 detail 喎！我覺得嗰四個雕像咧，越嚟越多仔細嘢，極懷疑我哋應該係要將佢嗰四個雕像咧，一定係同我哋破案嘅關鍵。一定係關鍵啊！係見到啦，有嗰個冥想嗰粒嘢，又嚟啦我哋。唉，好明顯係要擺位啦。佢而家咁仔細講東南西北，一定要擺位。唉，邊度係東啊，大佬？呢個係獅子頭嗰個啊，獅子頭嗰個像，應該係。睇一睇先，撳晒出嚟睇下先啦。呢個係揸鐮刀嗰個女神啊，好似月亮嗰個刀。呢個呢？咦，呢個都係獅子頭喎。誒，呢個係睇下先，獅子頭有兩個喎，係咪㗎？嗯？咦，佢左右兩邊擺嘅啫喎。即係佢唔會轉第二個款嘅喎。佢話女性神像係望住西方，拿住一籃子水果；東方係另一尊雕像。望住西邊，咁應該咦？睇先西邊啊！喂，其實我都真係唔知喎，但係應該係向住呢邊啊嘛。咁另外嗰個就調翻轉係鐮刀。咁呢兩個獅子頭。哦，得咗。
Now, let's see what this has to tell us.
咁就冇咗啦，講完啦。咁點啊？擺好晒咁點啊？好辛苦啊！擺呢壇嘢擺咗我差唔多成半個幾鐘喎。我試咗好耐。點啊？有啲線索㗎嘛？咁辛苦。頭先佢講嘢嗰時，我又冇留意喎。咦？有條 path 啊！我見到啊，有條光明嘅前路等緊我哋啊！太好啦，總算冇白費我啲心機。好，一路向下。哇，有埋腳印添，犀利犀利！如果隻眼睇到腳印啊，咁辛苦又整我啦。其實講真，呢單咩嚟㗎？
Here is your discovery, Mr. Swift. Hey, look at this.
What have you found? Don't let anyone touch anything there. Eureka! I found you, my friend.
佢揾到乜嘢啊 ？Eureka！ 點解我喺呢個位嘅？多我啲咩啊？咦？頭先，佢好似唔同咗嘅，點解同我頭先嚟呢度？佢個阿伯係咪攞咗我發現到嘅嘢走咗去啊？個阿伯咧，個阿伯唔見咗喎。喂，而家我哋可以搞佢啲嘢喎。之前佢呢一個人凍咗喺度咧，我諗係其實我哋洗開咗佢咯，象牙或象鼻。本書對呢種動物嘅生活分析百科全書，無論野外定係圈養。咦，佢嘅筆記簿喎，應該係皮質筆記簿，用嚟解決抱怨，用錢嚟解決抱怨。象牙肉俗氣，睇得出佢係非常之唔高興，佢 呢度將呢度改成為呢個象牙肉嗰個地方咯，因為呢個對於佢嚟講係個考古學嘅嘢啦，我估。咁所以其實阿馬蒂其實係非常之唔中意嘅。咦，又係呢盒嘢喎，又係嗰啲有毒嗰啲飛鏢。
Trying to take over my research, are you? I come here to pick up my diary, and I find you snooping around. Explain yourself.
Mr. Swift, if that were true, I would have been on my way to the newspaper. My name is Sherlock Holmes. I didn't have a chance to introduce myself properly.
Outrageous! You deceived me, sir. What is the reason for your being here? Who sent you, Mr. Holmes?
Theodore Gilden's premature death brought me here.
Theodore is dead? How can that be possible?
I'm thinking of all the possibilities, and I'm not crossing out anyone who might have been involved. Even his elephant. The land you're excavating belongs to Mr. Gilden, does it not?
Did I hear an accusation? I have nothing to hide. You can ask me whatever nonsense you've prepared as a token of my diminishing respect towards you.
Very well, Mr. Swift. I appreciate your cooperation. Were you at the site this morning?
Affirmative. This project is taking a lot of my time, as you see. I spend more time underground than on the surface.
When did you learn about Theodore's death?
Just now. You just told me.
And you aren't surprised, shocked? I won't tell anyone if you shed a tear or two. Weren't you partners, after all?
We were. And it is a real shame. But I've seen too many deaths in my life, Mr. Holmes, for the news to truly shake me.
When was the last time you saw Mr. Gilden?
A couple of days ago. We discussed the site. I believe in the tomb and its secrets. Theodore's patience was stretched, however. He was already inventing new projects. It wasn't a long conversation. I suppose that his daughter will inherit everything now, along with all of the eccentricities and problems.
And not forgetting Goliath.
Eccentricities and problems, Mr. Holmes. One of many. Will you allow me to return to my research, or are you insisting on remaining an obstacle?
Oh, I haven't even started yet. What's with this box of darts? Is it for a scientific argument?
A little darker than that. Rather for killing the kind of rodents that might nibble a nose or a toe in your sleep.
Let's just say I have to protect myself against a larger animal, such as an elephant. Might it be enough to stop it, make it faint?
If I were you, I wouldn't bank on it.
You have a weakness for nostalgia? Or, rather, do you use it to record a list of enemies?
Young man, you need to check your moral compass. Reading another person's diary is a sin in every culture that I can think of.
But you aren't answering the question.
You've already read it. Why bother? I simply record my life to keep my memory clean from misinterpretation. Letters and pages don't lie.
But the writer of the text can. With this book, you attempted to plan an attack on the elephant?
Your insinuations are out of place. Goliath is a frightening animal. All I wished to do was to understand the creature. As any scientist would do, I researched, analyzed, and drew conclusions.
And what conclusion did you draw?
That Theodore Gilden made the animal miserable. He couldn't provide the proper environment for the beast. My interest in the subject ended there. I'm a busy man.
What's with this intricate recruitment process? Pro-British workers charge less?
As a head of this organization, I need to secure a productive environment. It's impossible to do so if there are political differences, especially here, where the native population doesn't support our efforts to find the ancient artifacts.
Decent pay can also stimulate productivity and shut down any political discord. Hadn't you thought of that?
You're young. You have time to fritter and fight with everyone you meet. I don't have such a luxury. Our workers receive enough pay for what they do. So don't start a discussion you know nothing about. I've nothing to add.
As far as I can tell, you're a man of the academic world, so this book about Nabe and Laura is just an empirical study?
What? That nonsense? I'd prefer to lose my eyesight than read such trash.
So, you know nothing about it?
I know nothing. I wish I'd never heard of it in the first place, this caricature of science.
Do I hear traces of envy? You're still relatively young that you might find your own Laura.
Perhaps I envy Nabe, for I cannot simply blow people up for distracting me. That's all. You happy now? Wonderful.
Remember one of the rules? It seems that you didn't return a tool. Is this knife yours?
Do I look like a fellow who carries a knife? I don't need it.
There are plenty of uses for it on the site, and outside of it.
I have other people to cut ropes for me, Mr. Holmes.
Your partner had a very specific attitude towards the things he treasured. Was this habitual for him?
That would have been too much even for him. Don't get me wrong, he had a harsh temper. Like a true businessman, he was ready to burn his competitors to the ground.
But threatening someone physically would have been something new even for him, am I correct?
Absolutely. Besides, I had never seen him this angry. The fellow who received the letter must have been extremely alarmed.
Gilden's elephant is quite an unusual addition to Cordona's fauna. What is your scientific opinion on that?
No matter how much Theodore loved it, it still remained a wild animal trapped inside a stone pen. Goliath needs savannas, fields, lakes.
I'm sure that Goliath did not have a plan to kill his owner to head to the savannas. What do you think?
No, animals don't kill in a typical sense. I can only presume that it tried to protect itself from captivity, from Theodore. It was a gilded cage that was predestined to break.
Did this plan cause a rift in your business relationship with Theodore Gilden?
Nothing like that. Admittedly, we didn't share a common vision of what is more important, the past or the future. In my opinion, we can't build a future without knowing the past.
So you wanted to save the tomb of Vitus here, or perhaps your control over the research?
Only the knowledge that rightly belongs to humankind, nothing less and nothing more.
Have you seen this person before? The one beside Imogen Gilden?
No, but he's with Imogen, so I suppose that he's a friend of hers. That girl always has her head in the clouds. I could have said Theodore was different, but that wouldn't have been entirely true.
Away with the fairies, was he?
That's one way of putting it. Either way, I don't know much about Imogen's life or her friends. The type of elite that pretends to be educated.
哇！我哋終於都問完晒我哋啲證據，關鍵證據。哇！黐線，黐線真係喺度瞓着。我想講，哇！多咗好多嘢啊！睇睇先。交配季節到了，艱難嘅時期其實應該有啲嘢可以連埋一齊嘅。所有人都指責過你啊！阿瑟和保羅都有飛鏢。OK， 好複雜啊！合作關係結束。OK， 出咗嘢啦，終於都。阿瑟係為咗保護佢研究，佢唔樂意見到咁嘅情況。跟住交配季節到了，應該同真係有喎。阿瑟身上嘅傷可能係摔到喺西澳多。咦，有新嘢出啦，睇下先。但係個結論係可以揀嘅喎，睇下先啊。失戀身份不明嘅第三者，保羅可能摔咗喺棚屋。阿瑟當時有可能喺犯罪現場。而家係究竟係我哋估係阿瑟啊，定還是係保羅？即係是但一個搭咗落去，因為佢兩個都有手踭有傷。咁樣啊？其實都未知嘅喎，真係吹嘅啫喎，係咪？因為未有啲再關鍵啲嘅證據走出嚟啊，所以兩個都有嫌疑，係咯。佢加上佢兩個都有飛鏢咧，呢四個連得埋一齊，有嘢喎！我必須找到哥利亞，哥利亞而家好危險，一定要將佢拉翻返嚟，案卷多啲嘢，一小瓶香水。哇！化學嘢，而家要做咩啊？紅色3，綠色負5，藍色4。 紅色係3呢個啦，跟住綠色褲，咦2個可以用，要用到3個咩？是但，我拉晒啲需要嗰啲嘢出嚟先咯。夠唔夠位？係咪亂放都得嘅？其實唔需要話個位置放得好靚。完成。咁我哋整咗隻係香水啊嘛，大象香水應該係我係引嗰隻大笨象走出嚟嘅。即係而家我哋下一次要做嘅就係去引隻大笨象出嚟啦，捉翻阿哥利亞翻嚟。咁我哋呢度暫時考古應該係結束咗噶啦。嗱，我哋呢個位置，咁我哋應該要出翻去揾哥利亞，係嘛？收集到所有證據啊嘛，已經。OK， 咁我哋今集嘅時間呢都應該差唔多啦，其實。好啦，咁我哋今集嘅時間呢就玩到呢度先啦。如果大家中意呢個系列嘅，記得俾個 like 或者 share 俾啲朋友啦。如果想叫我睇下其他影片，記得 subscribe 啦。我哋下一集再翻嚟繼續玩福爾摩斯啦，拜拜。